Good evening. Welcome to Sports Night. I'm Travis Mandela alongside Chris Makoviak and Jessica Ree. Big weekend for Salisbury sports coming up. Absolutely. NCAA tournament action starting. We're going to start with some men's soccer. They have a tough matchup against Tufts this weekend, Saturday, under the lights at 7:30.
Nice pun.
Yeah, I had to get your permission to use that pun before we started. So they play Tufts, and then the winner of that game plays the winner of Montclair State and Daniel Webster. This is going to be a really hard matchup. What do you guys think of it?
I agree with you. Their defenses both are going to be great. I believe Scott Greenwood, he's ranked 12th in the country with his goals assisting average, and so is Drew Stadley with his percentage is a little bit higher, but he's ranked 4th nationally. So
Tufts coming in with a .47 goals against average. Salisbury, of course, one of the top teams in the CAC in that category, .58 goals against average. Stadley just got named onto the second team All-CAC team as the goalkeeper. And this is going to be a defensive battle. Both teams don't really score a lot of goals, about 1.6 for SU, 1.3 for Tufts, an even match, and just a great setup by the NCAA. 9-4-3, Tufts, not one of the best records there, but definitely one of the better teams in the tournament, coming in as defending national champions.
yeah, so defensively, it's going to be a great game to watch.
Yeah, defense. You look at these stats. They're both averaging around the same amount of goals per game. They're both letting up virtually no goals per game. What do you think Salisbury's offense is going to have to do? What do you think Leslie Umuna and Brooke St. Graf are going to have to do to keep their hot streak alive?
Well, just keep scoring. Green and St. Graf working together. Green sending in the cross to St. Graf we talked about in the last show really has been key for them to score goals. And Umuna up top, he has really emerged this season as the go-to man, just to hold up the ball and wait for the midfielders to move up the field and get things working, keeping the pressure up. And something people aren't talking about is Gorginski and Runikara keeping the ball on the other side of the field, keeping it up with the forwards and putting pressure on the opposing defense.
What I find interesting is that this is the first match since 1999, so it's going to be really exciting to see how they're going to play out.
Yeah, and one person who was there in 1999 was head coach Jerry DiBartolo. His final season, he is retiring from men's soccer. He got his 400th win this season. He was just named CAC Coach of the Year. How is the Salisbury team riding the momentum of his final season into the NCAA tournament?
Well, especially the seniors coming in. I got to see the senior day events, and just the accolades you hear with their names, it's so impressive under his tutorship what they've been able to do. Especially Stadley and Green, they're not going home anything less than giving it their all in this tournament. And you said it all, really, Travis. 7th time he was Coach of the Year, 17th winningest coach in D3, and his 13th NCAA tournament appearance. Not much more you can say about DiBartolo.
Exactly. You want to make your coach proud because it's his last year here, and along with the seniors, it's their last year here. Mm-hmm. So they're going to go out with a bang.
Yeah, it's got to be emotional, especially for the seniors. They're going out with DiBartolo. Really, they're hot right now. What do you guys think happens on Saturday night under the lights?
That's exciting under the lights.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a really good defensive game. So we're going to have to see. I mean, I'm rooting for Salisbury, of course, so we're going to have to see.
I think it's going to end 1-0. I'm going to give Salisbury the edge, but all 3 games they've lost this season have been 1-0 defeats. So hopefully they'll get that goal early.
All right, now we're going to switch it over to field hockey. They also play on Saturday, but their game is at 2 p.m. It is against Rochester College, and then the winner of that one will play the winner of Stevens Institute and Ursinus that is being played at Ursinus, which is a little bit of an uncommon ground for Salisbury. And actually, yesterday caught up to one of the field hockey players, Breck Sullivan, to talk about their road to the Final Four on the road.
Going on the road is always harder than playing at home because you don't have the fans, you're not used to your field. But with the win on the road, we know that we can bring the intensity that is needed to raise the level above any other team's intensity. We're playing Rochester at Ursinus on Saturday, and my freshman year, in the same exact position in the NCAA tournament, we lost to them. So once you lose, you're done. So I am not letting what happened my freshman year happen my senior year. We are expecting ourselves to win. We want to win, which means we're going to have to meet Bowdoin possibly in the semifinals again for the Final Four. And at this point, so many of us have bad memories of Bowdoin, so it makes us want to beat them even more. My senior class, we have a participant medal, a second place medal, and a semifinalist trophy, but we do not have national championship rings. So as you can see in our last few games, we've gone to double overtime, and it's a lot of the seniors out there putting it all on the line to make sure that we keep playing. But at the end of the day, we want that ring.
Yeah, so you listening to that, this Salisbury team is all about redemption. They went on the road, beat Mary Washington, who they lost to in the regular season. Mm-hmm. Now they have to play Rochester, who they lost to 3 years ago. They go to the Final Four. They have to play most likely Bowdoin, who they've lost to the past 2 seasons. How much motivation do you think these players have?
Oh my God, you can see it in her face how much she wants to get back. She's a senior, correct?
Yes.
So she wants to win. Salisbury's ranked 7th, and so is Rochester is ranked 20th. So I have a good feeling that Salisbury is definitely going to come back and beat Rochester.
And Sullivan talked about this. She has that taste in her mouth. This whole team has that taste that they want to succeed and move on. And when you have that experience, it's great for the team. And this defense, we talked about men's soccer defense, field hockey defense, they're ready for this. Just going to be if the offense can score enough.
Yeah, Salisbury on the year, they've played 17 games. I've given up 14 goals. And then on the other side, Rochester has played 22 games. They've only given up 16. So really, it is going to be the same exact thing as soccer. It's going to be low scoring. First, second goal is going to come out on top. They both scored 59 goals, but Rochester has 5 extra games played. So really, Salisbury does have the advantage on offense. Yeah,
definitely, and that's going to need to come out. The defense really saved this game for Salisbury in the championship match. Even Brittingham came up with 2 saves that Windsor wasn't able to get to, but she was on the line to stop them. But this defense is what holds this team down. That's what they're going to need headed into this game, especially with Rochester putting up 2.68 goals per game. Salisbury has 3.47, but as we talked about, that has been lagging lately. So hopefully they can score more than they did against Mary Washington.
Yeah, looking at Salisbury's stats, Courtney Jansen leads the team with 12 goals. She scored the game winner in double overtime against Mary Washington. And then Sam Johnson, 10 goals, 6 assists. Becca Ronica, 10 goals. Really, those are the 3 players who are going to have to come up big against Rochester. And Johnson and Jansen are both seniors, so you know that they're going to be coming up big, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. The coach has been practicing all week for this game, so I have no doubt in my mind that Salisbury will definitely get the win this weekend.
And what do you guys think? Prediction for Saturday?
I'll give Salisbury 3-1 win.
Okay.
I'll definitely give a 3-1 win. I agree with you.
Yeah, I think Tressie Windsor is her first NCAA tournament as a starter. She hasn't shown any signs of nervousness all season. I don't think she will on Saturday, and I think they'll get past Rochester and play again against Ursinus on Sunday. Now on to football. Big win, very big win this past Saturday. We talked about it a couple weeks ago on the show that really Salisbury plays Wesley, they don't win. Well, on Saturday, they played Wesley, and they beat Wesley for the first time since 2004. And now Salisbury controls their own destiny. A win against Frostburg on Saturday, and they win the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Let's just talk about the game. It was back and forth. Same amount of points in the first quarter, same amount of points in the second. It was 7-7 after 1, 21-21 at halftime, 35-35 at the end of the third, and Salisbury's defense came up big in the fourth and shut them out, and then the Pataco field goal. What do you guys think was the difference for Salisbury to stick with Wesley for an entire game?
Okay, let's talk about defense some more. The fourth quarter, the defense stopped Wesley 2 straight drives, forced them to punt. That has to be the key. You have that success from both offenses head into the fourth quarter, and then you get those 2 big stops, and of course you get Pataco there to take the field goal, and he makes most of those. So even getting named a Special Teams Player of the Week. And then with 2 minutes left, Wesley a lot of pressure on them. SU getting the stop and finishing off the game. So defense once again for football team coming up on a team that the offense really reigns.
I'm very curious what's going to happen next season when they verse them again. SU has 6 NJ Athletic Conference win this year, so it should be interesting how they play next season. Hopefully they will win again.
Yeah, coming into the season, Salisbury, brand new conference, really was not expected to play this well. They have gone above and beyond their expectations. And, like you said, they have 6 NJAC wins. Well, coming against Wesley, coming against Rowan, coming against Kane. There are 3 really good teams in that conference. And now they go into the Regions Cup on Saturday with a chance to win the conference. But back to this game on Saturday, they were outgained 618 to 455. 455 yards of offense, and you don't have the most in the game. You have to think really what happened. But in the fourth quarter, really, they stepped it up and they played big time.
Yeah, in that clutch situation, they came in and they got it done, and that's what you need to do. But talking to people around campus the last few weeks, this was written off as a loss, really, and then they lose to Christopher Newport. Season's done. This team came up when they needed to and got it done. Now they have the chance to take the title of the conference.
Yeah, and of course, Division III, you win the conference, you go to the playoffs. And, I'm secretly hoping that Salisbury plays Mount Union in the first round of the playoffs, just for fun. Now back to the game on Saturday. Ryan Jones, 7 completions. Now you may think 7 completions, that's a really bad stat, but with Salisbury's offense, 7 completions is a really good number. 147 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. Wesley knows Salisbury's rushing offense because they play each other every year. Like, do you guys think that 7 out of 15, a big passing day for Ryan Jones, really confused Wesley?
Yeah, for sure. You have this triple option offense, and that's what you're set to. It's like Georgia Tech in college football or Navy. That's the big issue. If you can put together a passing game against a team like Wesley or any defense going up against Salisbury, they're going to be trouble because they're setting up for that rushing attack. That's what they're watching game film for each week, and that's what they're expecting. You throw some balls against them, 7 passes, that's huge, and you're going to get the huge yardage like Salisbury did.
I think Wesley did not expect this coming from Salisbury. They're definitely getting better as the years go on, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next year. But as for the Wesley game, they have so much confidence coming into this game. Like, we're so going to beat Salisbury. Like, they're not going to get it. And then, like, it just crushed their confidence. And that's, like, one of the biggest things when you're playing this game is, like, if it like the 7-15, if it, like, crushes it, they're going to go off.
Yeah, Wesley came into that game ranked 4th in Division III, and now with the loss, they're going to need a miracle to win the NJAC. And, even though they're still top 10 in the country, they only have 1 loss, they're not guaranteed to make the playoffs as an at-large. So really, they need to hope for a miracle this weekend. Now on to this weekend. Chris, you're calling the game for the Siegel Sports Network. You've probably done a little bit of research so far. What do you think is going to happen on Saturday? Do you think Salisbury can shut them down?
I think if Salisbury plays how they've been playing this whole season, they can shut it down. But it's Frostburg, it's the Regions Cup. It's that rivalry tone of game, and Frostburg's going to be coming in looking to damage the hopes of Salisbury, even though it would give the title to Wesley. That's what they're going to be looking for. Salisbury needs to come out with a rushing attack and just get it done. Frostburg has not done well against the top teams in this conference. They lost to Rowan, lost to Wesley, and now they face Salisbury looking for a bit of redemption on their season. They're going to be coming in set to play, and hopefully Salisbury will get it done.
Jess, do you think they're going to take it home?
Absolutely, because it is a home game. So, like, people found out that, like, they beat Wesley. I have a feeling a lot of fans are going to be here cheering them on. So it's definitely going to be a huge confidence booster.
Yeah, that game is Saturday at 1 p.m., so head over to Siegel Stadium. That's all the time we have for this week. For Chris Makoviak and Jessica Ree, I'm Travis Nadella. Have a great night, everybody.